What is going on, y'all? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com. And today's podcast is not really going to be like a normal podcast. Every year I do a manifesto video. I don't really focus on the New Year's resolutions. I'm not really the resolution type, but I do like having a manifesto or a theme for the year. So this video, this podcast is going to be all about my 2024 manifesto. I'm excited about it. Very exciting times. This is going live on the first of the year. Everybody's getting geared up for what the future holds. So here we go. Dive in. Let's roll the intro and then get ready for what I'm going to be bringing to the table in 2024. 2024, ladies and gents, it is upon us. This is going out on the January 1st of the new year. Every single year I do a manifesto. So I've been doing this now for, I guess, 4 or 5 years. Last year, the manifesto was Discipline Dictates Destiny. I felt like that was a fitting manifesto because of the competition prep and just the utmost priority that I lean into the discipline, daily habits, and just consistent action that led to my success with that competition prep. And as is true with every prep I go through, it has a transformative effect on my mind, what I'm thinking, how I'm applying things, what I'm doing. So I've taken all that I've learned throughout this 2023 competition prep, and I'm going to apply it to 2024, and it's going to transcend the sport of bodybuilding and bleed into other areas of my life as it always does, which got me thinking, okay, what is the manifesto going to be for 2024? And I've decided on the revolution, all right? So the revolution is the theme, the manifesto for 2024, with a tagline being reflect, recalibrate, and reengage. If you look up revolution in the dictionary, you're going to get a lot of different results, but the one I like the most is a dramatic and wide-reaching change in the way something works or is organized or in people's ideas about it. What does that mean to me in the context of this manifesto? So when I look back on the business, my bodybuilding career, my relationships, everything that pretty much summarizes me as a person and my existence in this world, it has all been the result of consistent effort over time. You know, that's pretty much what bodybuilding as a sport can be illustrated by in perfect form. But there's several things in my life that have undergone a significant change. And if you followed me long enough at all, you've known that I've got this concept of tensegrity, you know, the 5 pillars, the whole thing that Live Savage is built upon. The 5 pillars being health, wealth, relationships, self-development, and spirituality. During the competition prep, obviously the health standpoint, like fitness, nutrition, that was the priority. And I don't believe that the different components that make up our life need to function in some form of balanced relationship. I think balance is bullshit. I've talked about that at length on many videos. You know, there's times in your life, there's chapters that you go through in which you need to lean into one of those pillars more than the other. Ideally, you have your life structured in such a way that each pillar builds upon the whole, and that even if you're leaning more into one than the others, the whole ship rises, so to speak. So 2023, I was really doubling down on the health and fitness component of things. And not that anything else necessarily suffered or saw a decline, but it wasn't the priority. But the competition prep and just what I experienced throughout that endeavor has given me a new framework, a new way of thinking. It's been a transformative experience, as they all tend to be. And now I can go forward into 2024 with this revolutionary thought process and just sense of focus and attack the other areas of my life that I want to focus more on going forward. So there's going to be a noticeable improvement in all these other pillars of my life, leveraging what I've learned and what principles I applied through the prep and beyond. This whole concept of reflecting is going to be taking stock of what has led to the success I've experienced thus far in life. What has my foundation been built upon? What has worked? What has not worked? What can I glean from those experiences? What can I apply going forward? Discard what doesn't work and double down on what does. Recalibrate. That's going to be me taking stock of what I currently have in existence, the different legs of the business, the different relationships I have, the different pillars of my life, and then just focusing on getting those dialed in. And then reengage is going to be me attacking those different pillars, those different legs of my business, legs of my life with just utmost intensity. All the intensity that I was applying to the prep itself, the disciplined macro tracking, the weighing of all the foods, the meal prep, the training, the cardio, the posing, that is no longer on my plate. I can take all the mental and physical bandwidth I was applying to those things and apply that to everything else. And everything else is going to flourish as a result. Re-engage is just attacking those areas of my life that I put stock in, put importance in, put significance in with utmost intensity and intentionality. We all go through life, and we go through life in this sense of complacency if we allow it to happen. One day bleeds into the next, and it's easy to just let your life unfold without any tangible shift or improvement in your trajectory. Life is short. Life is finite. We're all going to die. We're going to be fertilizing daffodils at some point. The actions that you put forth now compound into who you become as an individual. I'm proud of where I've gotten thus far in life, but I'm most certainly not satisfied and not content with it. There's a lot that I still want to do. So I'm going to take stock and reflect on what I am proud of, what I do want to continue to pour into. I'm going to discard those things that aren't. I'm going to take the intensity that I've been able to allocate towards the prep and apply it to those things in a very recalibrated, organized fashion. We're going to be launching a competition prep course early in 2024. Once that course is live, I'm not launching any other new businesses this year. I'm going to focus on refining and reforming and polishing the ones that we have. That's going to result in some significant improvement in how business is run from an operational standpoint and just the foundation that we're building as a company. When I look at my personal life, my relationship with my wife, my relationship with my son, any future children we have going forward, I want to be able to pour into them and give them my best self. I can't do that if I'm running around with a full-blown plate of distractions that aren't contributing to the overall betterment of me as a human and what I'm able to provide value-wise to others around me. So anything that's not moving the needle forward gets discarded. I am going to just refine and polish my life like never before going forward into 2024. When you're in a prep, as I've recently come out of, you don't have the physical or mental bandwidth to have any distractions in your life. You don't have the energy to put up with the nonsense. So I discarded everything that wasn't moving me forward to that. So I've got a very clean slate going into 2024. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about just stripping away the noise in my life and then focusing on what matters, what is actually moving the needle forward, what's important, and then attacking that with utmost intensity and pouring more value into it, and then just regaining that sense of clarity and focus on all the things in life that matter. All of this is going to result in a revolution in my life, and those that are affected by my life, and those things that are influenced by my life. You will see a market improvement in the business, in all the different businesses, in everything that encompasses and is part of my sphere. I can assure you that without a shadow of a doubt. I encourage you to do something similar in your own life. Don't necessarily look at a new year as this resolution thing where you have to, lose 10 pounds or make some arbitrary goal. Figure out what has worked well for you in the past. Discard that does not move you forward. double down on the intensity for those things that are, and then create a revolution within yourself. Figure out who you want to be, what you want to become, what's going to add the most value to your life and those around you, and then focus on improving that with everything you've got, every fiber in your being. That is what I'm going to be doing in 2024. 2024 is going to be the revolution in my life. I'm going to reflect, I'm going to recalibrate, and I'm going to reengage. So get ready.